crap, we're gonna break something this week. So in the last video, we took a look at this monster trail bike that my dad built out of an old Honda 3-wheeler. This week, it's my turn to build one. So let's see if we can get this beast running and start chopping. Now, I apologize to everyone for chopping up a perfectly good vintage bike for this project, but I'll make a promise to you. For every bike I chop up on this channel, I'll restore and totally cherry out 2 bikes. So by my math, that means I owe you all 4 vintage restoration build videos in the near future. Now that the naughty part is done, let's grab the welder and start building. So now we're moving on to patching up and reinforcing the rear end of the frame that we chopped up. And we're also going to make a rear swing arm out of the original rigid fork that was on the bike. Here I am bending a plate on the hydraulic press to fit the curve of the section that I chopped off on the back of the 3-wheeler. And she fits. And now I'm just playing around a bit and throwing some parts back on it so I can get a feel for how it's going to look. Now this is going to be an axis hole for servicing the jack shaft, but you'll see that later on in the build process. So now I'm going to weld a little cross brace onto the original fork, and this is going to be what becomes the rear swing arm. There we go. Now I'll show you how we built the jack shaft that drives the whole thing. These pillow blocks are going to be performing double duty as the pivot for the swing arm, as well as bearings for the rear sprocket and drive shaft. And the blocks and the keyed shaft are going to be mounted something like this. Here I'm using a super high-tech and super duper accurate measurement to square up the jack shaft. Nah, just kidding. I'm just winging it, but it turned out fine. You can see how the inner blocks mount to the frame and the outer blocks will be connected to the swing arm. I'm going to show you more of that in next week's video though. Now I'm welding in some plates to reinforce the frame where the blocks are going to mount. Body filler works wonders to make my rookie welding look good. And here I'm cleaning everything up for a little paint. This little reinforcing plate is where I'm going to be building the upper shock mount in next week's video. And this is where I'm going to leave it for this week. But here's a little teaser for next week's video. Now that's all the time I've got for today, so you're going to have to stop back next week as we continue with the build and the fun. If you have any questions or comments about the bike or my channel in general, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. See you next week. I'm out of here.